Hello, beautiful friends. This is Erica with Crystal Rose Insights and Conscious Alchemy 1111. I'm here to do a special video, which is a healing theme. We're going to be talking today about the concept of self-acceptance and how it relates to body image. This is a massive theme that has been coming up in my healing work with my clients, and it's a massive collective theme for many people. We're going to be talking today about how this is manifesting for divine masculine and divine feminine. We're going to look at how it's kind of showing up in their lives, why it's important to really work through this theme of body image. And it manifests differently in different people. So, but it seems, it can come out in many different ways, but underneath it is really this theme. So we're going to look at what's going on with divine masculine, divine feminine, and why it's really important, what we need to understand about how it's showing up, and then what we need to know about it. And what's really interesting is the concept of self-acceptance. It's been coming up so much. We're getting a lot of the cards when I'm doing my readings, private readings and healing sessions. We're getting a lot of the cards of integrating the shadow side, integrating the whole self, because the journey of coming into self is truly accepting every side of us. And a lot of the ways that we may not be accepting ourselves relate to body image. And again, it affects divine masculine, divine feminine in different ways. And again, divine masculine, divine feminine is an energy. You could be whatever gender and identify with primarily one of the energies, and we all have both within us, but typically we tend to be more identified with one versus the other as just our core nature, but we do have moments where we embody both. But this is gender non-specific. This is purely an energetic conversation. So I want to state that, because it's like I don't say that in all my videos all the time because I think everyone understands that, but I realize not everybody does. So I want to make sure I clarify that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about this in terms of how it comes up, but then more importantly, I'm going to move, if this is resonating for you, I'm going to actually do an extended reading over on my website, which is going to be more in depth on the guidance side, what your soul wants you to know, what do you want your counterpart to understand about how this is manifesting in your life. We're also going to see how both divine masculine and divine feminine can support each other in this, in how it's manifesting in their lives, how they can help each other work through the healing that needs to happen around this topic. Because each of them experiences it a different way. It's almost like, the love languages. It's like, how do you want to show your love or express your love? It may be different from how your partner, just the way that what each of you wants to give relating to support to the other one around body image may not be what they most need. So we're going to talk about how they can each support each other through them moving through their healing. And then I'm going to actually, in the extended reading as well, going to give you a process that you can do. So a little exercise that I can take you through that will help you with learning how to shift this and heal this. So if you're struggling with body image, or you're not too excited about, or you're not feeling your best self and you're more self-conscious, this is what this video is who this video is going to be for. So with that, I think I'm just going to get started here. This is an orange calcite that wants to be here today, and it's interesting, I have my citrine bracelet on here, but orange calcite is a beautiful stone for the sacral chakra, which is all about how we relate intimately in our relationships, and also about our power. Because if we're hiding our shadow side or things that we don't accept about ourselves, they can magnify to be bigger than they really need to be. So it's also a stone for creativity, for manifestation, but it's really a stone of power, especially for divine feminine. But we're going to get started here and see what wants to come up, because when I do my healing sessions, I've been doing now for close to 15 years, energy healing and spiritual healing sessions by clearing out the underlying cause of why we're manifesting. It's always fascinating to see how it shows up, and it originates differently in everyone. There's initially like a core wound that ends up manifesting later in life that is up to be cleared and healed, and how it comes into the experience around self-image. And I know I talked about this on one of the videos that I did recently, where it's something that has come up for me recently and never really was an issue for me before. And it was something where it's like, I'm not wired to have this. I haven't, ever had this before. Why am I dealing with this? And what was coming through was that it was coming through so that I could bring through and support you guys through this journey as well. Because like I said, it's not been a long-standing pattern in my life at all. And here it is showing up at this time in my life. It's like, where did this come from? So anyway, I hope that, again, my experience through what I'm doing and what I've worked through relating to that and how it relates to the collective is really here to help you guys understand, and also to clear it and to move through it for you. So, all right, let's get started with what's coming through. So we're first going to do Divine Feminine on this side. We're going to do Divine Masculine on this side. So first we're going to look at what's the underlying theme underneath. Here we go. Forgiveness. Exactly. Compassion, healing, having self-forgiveness for the things that we have not been proud of in our lives. So Divine Feminine, this is really about letting go of things that have really bogged you down. But it's also an energy. It is the heart chakra. So there's something here coming through as an underlying theme for Divine Feminine of really having compassion for oneself, not beating yourself up, not criticizing yourself because you don't look like you looked 5 years ago, or you don't look like you did, before you had the baby. This is really about truly having compassion for yourself and not blaming yourself and beating yourself up. There can be things where I should exercise more. I shouldn't eat so poorly. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. And I do it. And so no wonder I'm not feeling great about where I am. Because a lot of this can manifest in weight issues. But you know what? Even the people with the most perfect, quote unquote, perfect bodies that could be in a magazine have body issues. Okay. So this isn't just for people relating to weight. This can relate to so many things. This can relate to what God gave us. And I mean, the amount of plastic surgery that people get these days is really an indication of how it's like, I can't accept myself as I am, so I need to change the outside. Now, I'm not judging people in any way that have plastic surgery. However, it is a symptom of this underlying compassion for self and acceptance, and really about growth. It's coming through for growth for Divine Feminine. So let's see also what the theme is, underlying theme is for the Divine Masculine. And again, this is a general reading, and not all messages may resonate for you, but of course. And maybe, the Divine Masculine one will resonate more for you, even if you're Divine Feminine. But let's see what's coming up for Divine Masculine underneath it. Guidance, support, love, signs, and direction. This is interesting. So we're getting the crown chakra coming in for the Divine Masculine. And what's fascinating about this is there's an energy of self-love coming through. Body image. Hold on, I'm trying to decipher the energy I'm getting. What I'm feeling is that the Divine Masculine is going to support the Divine Feminine in her really finally moving through this healing phase. Okay. So Divine Masculine, obviously, can manifest this differently, but this is what I'm picking up here. There's some sort of a synergy happening where Divine Masculine is going to be offering his support in the Divine Feminine, really moving through this final piece. Okay, that's really, really fascinating. Okay, well, we're going to get more cards here and see what's coming through. But let's see what's coming in for... I'm getting the decks here. Hold on. How it's showing up in the outer world for Divine Feminine. How is this self-image issue, Queen of Cups? So, you know, it's really affecting her in terms of, it's coming in with this energy of being very nurturing or not being very nurturing enough and almost over-giving. Because the Queen of Cups is very, very loving and nurturing, but sometimes she can be a little almost over the top when it comes to love. So it's almost like there's an energy coming through of, because I'm not quite accepting myself, I feel like I need to give and give and give even more to make up for where I'm lacking in this one area of my life, or what you're perceiving as where you're lacking. Because of course you're not lacking, but it's definitely an energy where it can be contributing to feeling like you're not fully lovable for exactly who you are as a soul and not as a physical vessel, a physical body. So this is how it's manifesting in your outer world, Divine Feminine. Let me see how it's affecting, how it's showing up in your inner world. What is it referring to in your inner world? Yeah, needing some help, needing some support. You can't do this. You can't, I mean, here's you can't do it alone. But what's interesting is that it came through that Divine Masculine is here to help you with this in a way that you're not quite seeing yet, because how it's how it's showing up in your inner world is feeling like you can't do it alone. You're not sure what to do. You're needing some guidance. You're needing some help. You're wanting to feel like someone's going to help you with this. That's really interesting. Because in your inner world, it's like the Pentacles being in your inner world, because they're usually an outer world card, right? But it is an energy of really, really working. It's like, this is, it's about needing to work. It's like working hard and working as a team, but it's also an energy of like your soul is already trying to support you through this process of not going at it alone in the physical plane. So let's see what you're thinking about your, you know, your body image. What's consciously on your mind about it? Yeah. Here it is, the card of addictions, the card of an ending of a cycle. You want it to be over. Like you want to be done with feeling like you're not enough, or you're not comfortable in your own skin. Okay, so this is what you're really wanting. You're wanting the end of this mental place, because this is the matrix keeping you trapped. The matrix of fear, of thought, of not being good enough, of the fact that you can't measure up to something, and keeping you small. You're consciously wanting this to be complete and over. So like you're wanting, it's like your soul knows that this is not the way to live. If you're having concerns around body image, you want it to be done. You want to move on to the next place. And let's see how it's making you feel, this whole experience. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, here it is. You know, you are feeling like you're not worthy. You're feeling like you're not enough. You're feeling like somehow you are, you know, you're worried about the physical side of it. What's interesting here is how it's showing up in your inner world is Pentacles, and here and how it's making you feel is Pentacles again. So this is about like, woe is me. I'm not happy about this. I don't know what to do about this. Because it is an energy of just feeling like there's something always better on the other side, and look at all these other people and they don't have the same things, the same issues or the same concerns that I do, but you know what? They do. They do. Everybody has, to some degree, a lot this feeling. So I'm finding it interesting that the 3 and the 5 of Pentacles are here. And the way it's manifesting here for Divine Feminine is overgiving. So let's see what's going on here for Divine Masculine for the same types of questions here. So let's see how it's showing up in the outer world. How is his either lack of self-acceptance relating to body image manifesting in his outer world? Am I living the life that I want to live? Am I happy with where things are in my life? I'm going to pull the inner world card too, and I'm going to keep talking about that. But how it's manifesting in his, how it's showing up in his inner world. Again, 5 of Pentacles. This is, am I aligning in his outer world? It's like, am I living the life that I want to live? Am I living the way that I want to live? Am I being judged by my appearance? Am I judging myself for my appearance? But it's definitely an energy of, am I aligned? Is my focus on what I don't like about myself aligned with my inner world? Okay, because it's like, because acceptance of self and true integration of wholeness, you love all sides of yourself. And I know it's way easier said than done, trust me. But there is an energy of like, I have to stop judging myself for either the things I don't like or the things I'm not doing in order to get what I want in terms of my outward appearance or anything like that. And again, it's just more of like, it's more of an alignment. You know, Spirit's basically saying, it's the way it's manifesting in the outer world is, I'm looking around at other people and I'm judging myself against them and comparing myself. Because how it's manifesting on the inner world is, again, the 5 of Pentacles, feeling like, whoa, if I don't, you know, if I'm not measuring up, or if I'm not this, it's so interesting. They're both feeling the same energy, just in slightly different ways. But it's like living up to this ideal standard that's not even real. You know, and I'm getting drawn to, I'm sure you've seen it online, these things where, you know, like a model. I've seen these photo montages where there's a model who, it's like there's her picture, but then that's her when she's not when she's not photoshopped and when she's not, you know, sucking in her gut. And it's a very similar thing. It's like, am I going to be accepted for, you know, having a broken leg here? I'm out in the snow. Like, I'm not in with the in crowd here. It's so interesting to get different. It's not interesting. It's of course, but you know, being judged, being self-compassion, like judging yourself, is not in alignment. Because this truly is about embracing all of you, but it feels like this is where the Divine Masculine can show some of his leadership spiritually. This is what it feels like to me. Well, let's see what continues to manifest here. But what is he consciously thinking about relating to self? Yeah, he wants to be this 10 of Pentacles. He wants to have it all. Wants to be happy, happy family, wanting everything balanced. And in his inner world, he's not quite feeling balanced. So it's like he wants this perfect 10. He wants, which is interesting because they're both wanting the 10. He's wanting the 10 in the physical. She's wanting the end of the mental strain. But they're both mirroring the 10 energy here. But he's thinking, it's like he's wanting to be perfect. More Pentacles, and how it's making him feel is the 7 of Pentacles. This is so fascinating how this is coming out, you guys. Because I was really drawn to do this video today, and I it was like all of a sudden I got this clarity. I knew I felt I had to do something different, and here it was, and it was like, oh, that's it. So it's making him feel Seven of Pentacles, like he's wondering if all his hard work is going to pay off, because the Seven of Pentacles is a gestation card. And it can be like, you've done a lot of work, am I seeing the results? Or I've done a lot of work and I know I'm going to get the results. So this is how it's making him feel. So his inner world is at the 5. He's thinking he wants the 10. It's making him feel like the 7 here. He's not quite measuring up. He's not measuring up. He feels like he's not measuring up. Because it's, you know, the 5, the 7, and the 10. There's definitely something here. He's not measuring up, which is a similar energy to this Judgment card. I'm not quite living. I'm not measuring up to how I thought I would want to be. All right, this is so interesting. Okay. I just love it. It's like, all right. Okay, let's get a card here for what is the unconscious contributing factor for the Divine Feminine? What's an unconscious factor? Because we got the forgiveness as the underlying theme, but let's see what there's an unconscious factor here for Divine Feminine. 6 of Pentacles. She wants, it's an energy of feeling like you this is not a traditional interpretation of this card, but I also go with the energy and not necessarily the book way of interpreting the tarot. But what I'm seeing here is I'm being so drawn to the fact that she's begging. She's begging. She's begging. He's begging. Please give me a handout. Please give me a handout. Please, am I worthy of a pentacle? Please give me a pentacle. So it's coming through as this energy of worthiness to the Divine Masculine. This is a Divine Masculine here on the chair. He's holding these pentacles, and she's like, please, like, I know I want you to give me one of these pentacles because I can't get there myself. So this is an energy of, it feels like subservience today. This is so fascinating. Okay, I keep saying that, but it's this is begging for acceptance. This is begging for acceptance. She feels less than him, and it's impacting her. Let's see what else is another unconscious contributing factor. I'm actually going to clarify the 6 of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Beaten, battered, not wanting to give up. It's like, this is really causing some, and this is again, unconscious, guys. These are the unconscious contributing factors. The majority of our behavior comes from our subconscious mind. We are 85 to 90% of what we physically do comes from unconscious mind. You know, when your person who's in the room with you says something like, why did you just do that? And you're like, I didn't do that. And they're looking at you going, I just saw you do that. And you're like, no, I didn't. Like, you literally don't even consciously know that you did what they physically observed you doing. It's because it was your conscious mind was elsewhere and your unconscious was running the show. So when I bring up these unconscious themes, these may be things that you might just be like, that doesn't sound like me at all. That doesn't make sense. Maybe it does. Maybe there's some of you that are like, yeah, I'm kind of really self-aware of that. But this is what's interesting. So the Nine of Wands is really about having confidence. Because it's coming into, it's again, this is a card of confidence, and this person doesn't have confidence or feel worthy. Like they're begging, like, please, can I have a pentacle? I'm subservient to you. I'm not as strong as you. But this is about having confidence. So the underlying unconscious theme here, contributing factor to how it manifests for divine feminine, is this lack of confidence, lack of feeling like you are an equal and that you need to be, like you don't have the confidence within you, so you're trying to get it from elsewhere. See, he doesn't get the pentacle from himself or go get a pentacle for himself or make one. He's having to get it from elsewhere. And that's what the underlying is here on body image, is like you're seeking validation or something external to yourself to feel better, when this is a journey about being fully centered and feeling good from the inside out. Okay, so that makes so much sense. Okay, let's see what the unconscious contributing factors are here for divine masculine. Four of Wands. It's interesting. His body image and self-acceptance, how it's relating to body image, is very much tied to providing stability and abundance. There's something, this is coming back to the, oh, it's 2:22 right now on my clock. That's so interesting. 2:22, and here's the fours, stability and partnership. So his body image it's like a primal thing that comes in because he wants to be able to show himself as a strong being on the outside so that he can provide for his family, for his feminine. It's part of the energy of the pride. And it, you get into Darwin, right? The strongest will procreate and the weak will not, or they will have sickly offspring and they will not survive. The strongest survive, the strongest traits, the strongest everything. And part of body image for divine masculine is directly tied into this. I mean, the fact that these are coming in here big time is about providing this for divine feminine. Let me get another card here for an unconscious factor. Yeah. The Ace of Swords. Truth. The Sword of Truth. They're agreeing with this, right? They're like, yep, that's it. You just cut to the chase there. That is for divine masculine. Here, this is very important. And it makes sense logically, but it's so fascinating how it's come through in the energies here in the reading. So, gosh, this is so interesting. So for divine feminine, unconsciously, it's about feeling like you've got to get this external. For divine masculine, it's more about, I want to feel confident and strong because I want to show up as my best self here and to be able to provide and to attract stability, abundance, a partner. And I feel like there's something around, gosh, this is so fascinating. I'm getting it. There's something around, yeah, it's definitely about contributing to the continuation of the species. It really is. It's a biological imperative in a lot of ways for the energy of divine masculine. And it's like, again, gender irrelevant. But at least this may not apply to everybody, but it's just what's coming through for the segment of people that are watching here. Because, yeah, here he is. He wants to be the divine masculine, wants to be the divine masculine. His truth is he is like, this is just a part, and paying attention to his body image because he wants to present strength and leadership. And again, this is very consistent with the message that came through right at the beginning. This is an area where divine masculine is going to show some leadership and spiritual leadership for divine feminine. You know, I've always said this all along where you know, Divine Feminine has typically been leading a lot of the way energetically and spiritually in the ascension process. And there's going to be a time where Divine Masculine is going to show their leadership in a capacity to help the union, to help the counterparts, to help his Divine Feminine in a way that she hasn't quite seen yet. And this is how it's coming through. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. So let's get into for Divine Feminine here. Why is it important to heal this theme? Why is it important to work on this? In terms of how, not work on getting a better body or, you know, getting plastic surgery, but like, what is it, the inner journey? Why is it important to work on the inner journey relating to feeling less than, like you're not comfortable in your own skin? Why is this important? Because you're not seeing, you're so fixated on seeing that happiness equals being here, and happiness and contentment and peace takes all different forms. This is about not being laser focused on, because adjacent possibilities, you're laser focused on going outside, out this door. This is the only way to feel accepted, as if this is this all lined up, and it's in the reverse. So what this is saying is very clearly, feeling good about yourself has all these other doors to get there. And it's not about this distant one here. There are so many other ways to feel really good and aligned. So this is about you're fixated on the wrong thing, Divine Feminine, which is, how do I change the external so I can feel better on the inside? And it's really about shifting the inside instead. Like, your focus needs to be on what's on the inside and how you're aligned on the inside. And you know what has happened so often with my clients is the moment you shift the inside, the outside changes. So if it's, for example, talking about weight, a lot of times it can all of a sudden click and you'll just drop weight. If that's how it's manifesting for you, or whatever it is. Like, literally, even, you know, feeling like you're looking younger. When you align energetically, Divine Feminine, there's going to be a glow that people are going to actually notice, even if nothing's changed on the outside. There is an energy difference. So that's why it's really important to really look at this, what's on the inside, and how you can go in the healing process. Okay, so let's see what is for Divine Masculine. Why is it important for Divine Masculine to really work through any sort of body image, or what does he need to understand about it? But why is this important to heal through for Divine Masculine? Oh, here it is. A woman holding a heart. There's that biology thing again, right? The attraction being this. But it's important for him to really, you know, align with being really good in his own skin. Because this is her. She's asking him to help her. Oh my gosh, I have the chills. Woo! Like I said, this is what all of this to come back to what came through here in this beginning. He's leading the way. She is asking for his help. She wants him to find her. She's holding her heart up like, please come support me. And isn't it interesting? It's a 44. 44, the Four of Wands. Wow, okay. That's pretty amazing. So what we're going to do now is, okay, now that we have this lay of the land, I'm going to go and do the extended reading now, which is all around the guidance from Spirit. Like, really what your soul wants you to know, what your divine counterpart really wants. What do you want them to understand about where you are in your journey? Like, what do you wish they would know about how this is affecting your life? And then also get into how you can each support each other, and how you can hold each other up and hold each other accountable energetically and spiritually. It doesn't mean crack the whip. This is not what I mean. But how can you best support each other through your journey around self-acceptance? And then we're going to get into also how to actually heal this. And actually take you through a process of how you can work through shifting the things that are underneath here that are going to actually help to move you more to wholeness. So that's going to be on the extended reading. So if you guys want, and the link will be down below, and again, it's going to my website. I am no longer using Vimeo as my video platform. I've moved over to my site, so it'll look different. If you bought an extended reading from me before, it will look different, but don't worry, it's totally legit. It's my site, and it's still a little bit under construction, but that piece of the site works. And yeah, so I'm going to see you guys over there. And in the meantime, I hope this was helpful. And if you want a reading with me, the information is also down below of how to order that reading or a healing session. If you guys feel like you want to work through some of these healing themes, then certainly you could schedule an energy healing session with me as well. All right, guys, until next time, I send you so much love. Bye.